Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to turn an ordinary Altoid tin into this beautiful little box for that special guy in your life. Um, I think it's just, of course, I always say everything is adorable, but I'm so in love with the way this turned out. Okay, it says you are the best here. When you open it up, it actually has a mini album in here. Okay, so you see I've decorated the entire box with paper. And when you open this, you have a little mini album. Okay, isn't that like perfect? Especially for that special someone, you never know what to get them. And let's be honest, men, you give them a gift, they put it in the drawer and it disappears. This way it comes in a nice little gift box. You put your little pictures and maybe a little note right here, and it makes the perfect gift for any occasion. Okay, so for this, what you're going to need is you're going to need some cardstock. As you see here, this is made out of cardstock. You're going to need cardstock. You're going to need a little piece of ribbon. This is 1/8 inch ribbon. Okay, so that, and you're going to need paper, scrapbooking paper, and an Altoid tin. So here I'm going to use this here. This is from Little Birdie. It's called a Classic Gentleman, and I actually got this by accident. I didn't even order this, and then I did order some things to go with the collection because it's so pretty. It's perfect for a guy. So we're going to be using any paper pad. It's fine. I mean, you can make it for any occasion. This is a 6x6 and it's perfect for this. Okay, you're going to need an Altoid box, an Altoid tin. Okay, make sure that it's clean and ready to go. You're going to need some tape. I use glue. I use my tape, my glue. Let's see what else. And you'll see as we go along. Okay, so let's get ready. For this tutorial, I cut most of the things that I need ahead of time just so that we could save some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the measurements on my blog, so mymagicalcorner.com. Make sure that you go over there, and all the measurements and the photo mat sizes, like here, all of this will be put in on my website. Okay, so here I will be telling you the measurements and doing it. I'm gonna put everything together, and I'm just gonna complete it off camera since this one here is already complete. Okay, oh, you're going to need distress ink, and I use this for the border on the paper, so that way you don't have that white edge, and I used it on this as well, so it gives it that more vintage look. Okay, so let us get started. And then here, so I'm going to be using this green one. Okay, move my paper to the side. So the green one here, what I did is I've already distressed the edge here, because as you see here in this box, you can actually see some of the red. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, this one's already done. I'm just going to show you on here, and here I have all my little pieces to the collection. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a nail file, and you're just going to file on that. I think that it gives it a nice vintage distress look. Okay, and then you could actually go over it with some ink, whatever color you like, and that's complete there. Okay, so let us begin here. Since I said I'm going to use the green one, so I've already cut, like I said before, I've cut this in the size that I need, and I thought that this was nice. It looks with the little gears, and oh, I just love this collection. Okay, so for this here, you're going to actually need, for the inside and the outside, I've made it where you need the same exact size. So you see here, this is my inside and my outside. So you need 4 pieces, and those 4 pieces are going to be 2 1/4 by 3 5/8. Okay, so 4 pieces of the same size. And what we're going to do, I'm going to put, these are going to be for my outside, and these are going to be for my inside. So what you want to do here is, okay, see, I'm going to use tape first, and the reason that I use tape and glue is because I want to be able to move around a little bit, just in case it's not in the right spot. Okay, so we're going to put some tape, and you see my hands are already all inked up from before. Okay. So like I said here, I'm not going to do the entire process, because I already have the one that I have there that's complete. I just want to explain all the steps to you, and then I'll finish mine off camera and I'll put it on my Instagram. So make sure to follow me on social media. I would love to see what you guys come up with. And now I have a question for you. You can leave me a comment below and let me know, what occasion would you make one of these for? What other occasion besides, let's say now Father's Day is coming up, so besides Father's Day, what else would you do? I actually have a collection that I was using in my previous video, and I just saw it now and I'm like, oh my god, I have to make one of those. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know the name. I think it's from Little Birdie as well, something with birds and paradise maybe. So yes, I plan on using it for that. So maybe like a friendship, for a friendship. So let me know what you guys would like to do. Uh-oh. Okay, got a little carried away. Okay, let me just wipe this off so we can continue. Okay, and just make sure you lay this down. And the only thing is, since it does have glue, it takes a little while to set. So there you go. I think that is perfect. So you want to keep going back and making sure you press on it so that it adheres. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing to the bottom piece. So let me just turn this over, put tape, put a little bit of glue. I should have put the glue on, the tape on as well, but I just wanted to show you my process here. Okay, so same thing. I want to make sure we rub this, make sure that the tape is on there, and then I'm going to take this off. Okay. And like I said before, so you're going to do this to the outside, you're going to do it to the inside, same exact thing for the inside. So what I'm going to do with the inside, I'm just going to lay mine on because they're nice and taut. Okay, let's put a little bit of glue. Okay. And actually, the one thing I forgot to do here is de-stress it. So I'm just going to go over it right on the tin and de-stress. Same thing to the side. If not, you see the white edge of that cardstock. Okay, see, and there you have that. And now what we're going to do is, let me put the cover on my glue so it doesn't dry out. Like I said, I've already cut out all the pieces, but here we're going to put this here. I'll go back to glue it. You want to do the same thing and put some tape and glue it and put it right in there. And then the same thing for this piece here. Okay, so they fit perfect, same exact size. Okay, so now for the sides. For the sides, you're going to need, I believe the strips are going to be about 11 1/4. You can always double check before you cut that out to make sure that it goes all the way around. I mean, I did double check, triple check, but just in case. So you're going to need, and since this is a 6-inch pad, I've actually cut 2 strips. Okay. So here I have my 2 strips, and these here are going to be This one is 1/4 of an inch, and this one is for the lip of the tin. And this one here is 1/2 inch, and this one's gonna be for this very bottom here. So what you wanna do first, before you put it on, is de-stress, because this one's a little difficult to de-stress on the tin. Thank goodness I remembered. Okay, same thing to all of them. Get myself my, and yes, it's all over my hands. And this is a darker paper, so I mean you can see it, but you can really see it on this paper here, the de-stressing. Okay, you want to do the same thing to the thin strip, the 1/4 of an inch. Both strips here, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing we've been doing. We're going to put some tape, and then I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue. Let's close that there. So let's do the big piece. And now what did I do? My tape right here. Okay, so I'm going to put that right in the center. I know I should have had, I have a 1/4 inch tape. I should have had 1/2 inch, but it's okay since we are adding glue anyways. Okay, while I'm there, I'm going to put the little strip here too. Okay, once we're done with the box, then I'm going to move on to the little album inside, which is super easy. All you need is one piece of cardstock. So a regular 8.5 by 11. Okay. Oh, my hands are super dirty from this ink. Okay, so here I'm going to take this off. Okay. And now this is ready to go. So what I did to this one is I put it right in the center here, so that way the front is nice and clean. So you just want to put it here, okay? And again, since it has glue, you have to hold it for a little bit, but hold it right there, and then you just want to pull and make sure you put it here and hold it for a little bit, okay? Because it does start to lift up. As you see here, it's starting to lift up, and that's because it has the glue. Okay, so here we are here, and then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. And let's just make sure. Oh, see, I didn't cut this one, so this is perfect, because like I was saying before, what you could do is go all the way around, and then, okay, let me just hold it here where we're at, and then when you're here, just bend it a little bit there so you know where you have to cut. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, starting to lift up, but I'm going to go right back to it. Okay, you want to put it right here next to that cut mark right here, and do exactly the same thing. Okay, just hold it in place. I know it tends to move a little bit, but I feel that this way, especially since it's metal, it's going to adhere properly and it's not going to come undone. It just takes a little time. Okay, so you're going to do exactly the same thing with the smaller strips. I'm going to bypass the smaller strip just because it's exactly the same thing that we've been doing here. As you see, it covers the top lip there very nicely. Okay, so then your box is done. So that's, see how quick that was? So now your box is done. I think the thing that takes the most time is you cutting all these little pieces, but this is super quick. Okay, so I'm going to put it to the side, and I'll just look at it to see if it's coming up, and if it is, I'll just give it a nice little squeeze again, Make sure that it attaches. Okay, so now, even though my hands are filthy with ink, we're going to take our cardstock. Like I said, you're going to need 1 sheet of cardstock. So here's my sheet. You're going to cut it down to, let me get my cutter. Okay, you're going to cut it down to 7 inches. So you're going to need 11 by 7. So 11 across, 7. Okay, and then you're also going to need your scoreboard. See, I knew I was going to forget something. Okay, so I'm going to make it 7 inches. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to score, and then we're going to cut again, because we're actually going to make the size. Let me get the little album here. The little size of the album size is 3.5 by 2 1/8. So 3.5 and 2 1/8. Okay, put the little album there. Okay, so now let me get my scoreboard. And again, like I said, I am going to have the measurements on my site. I'm going to tell you them here. Okay, so now we have this. We're going to divide this in 3.5. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to the 11-inch side, and we're going to score at these markings. So we're going to score at 2 1/8, 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, 1 2 3, and 8.5. Okay, so there you have, this is 1 2 and 1/8, right? So then we're going to score here, which is 10 5/8. Okay, is our last one. So again, it's 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, 8.5, and 10 5/8. Okay, and then you can either cut this with your cutter or with a scissor. I'm going to go to my scissor because this here is the album itself. Okay, and we're going to have 10 pages. Let me just put it in my cutter here, right where that line is. Okay. And then we are going to take with a pair of scissors and we're going to cut off one of these little end strips, okay? We don't need it. Okay, and then we're going to just fold. And do the same thing with the other one. So this one here, this is going to be our opening to the album, okay? So this one here, we're going to take and we're going to glue this right to the back, okay? And I'm going to do this with just a little bit of glue. Okay, so just keep in mind that this is going to be your opening, okay? So that's your opening, and we're going to glue this to the back of this paper. Let me make sure that it's where it belongs. Okay, there we are. Okay, and then we're going to continue to fold. So you're going to end up, with this one that opens, and then you have a few pages in there, and then this last one here. So this would be a good time to take your ribbon. If I know where I put it here, let me see. Okay, take a piece of ribbon. Going to close this way. Okay, so you want to make sure that you put your ribbon first. I think that's too long. Okay. And what I want to do before I even do that is I'm going to distress this. Okay, so just take and distress to open this. Again, I'm going to do it super quick because we already know how it's going to look. Okay. And you can always come back and distress it once you put your little photo mats on, okay? So here we have it, okay? And now you see here, you can, I mean, leave it this way. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit. So before I say that, let me see. I don't think so because the tin is rounded. Okay, so you see here, this one is rounded. So you want to take, I have a corner rounder. So you want to take and just grab a few pieces at the same time and cut the corners. I don't think that's gonna fit. Okay. Okay. And I'm using on this corner rounder the largest corner. Okay. Okay, you want to do the same thing on this side. Okay, now it's starting to look, oh, I missed one. It's starting to look the way it should. It's trying to make it easier for you until you can leave it that way. How did I miss these? I didn't even see them. Okay, oh, last one. And now if you don't have a corner rounder, you could just take a scissor, mark it, and take a scissor and cut it with the scissor, okay? This piece here is not perfect. Let's see. Okay, so here we have it. And again, you could just, but I'm going to do all that later. Okay, so we have that. And now I have my little piece of ribbon. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of my tape right in the center. So let's see, right here. And you don't have to take and glue these together. I love it. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, trying to match them up. Okay. Okay, just make sure this is my front. Alrighty, and then we're going to put the ribbon right in the center there. It's going to go around and it's going to go right on the center here. Oh. Okay, and the reason I put the tape there is because we're actually going to cover this with the photo mats. Okay, and I've cut several photo mats here, just like I said, just to get the process going. Your photo mats are going to be 2 inches by 3 3/8. Okay, so now you have to just think that this is going to be the front of the album. So which photo mat would you prefer to be on the front? Because that way you can just add to the decorations there. I like this one, so I think I'm actually going to put this one here. So yes, okay, so now I'm just going to put some glue. Okay, and you're going to put that right over. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then you would go and you would add photo mats to each of these. That's your photo mat. Okay, so you continue and you're going to place photo mats on all of them. Then of course you could put your pictures there, or you could put even smaller photo mats. Let's say you want to put on here and then you want to cut off a piece. Okay, it's going to be a photo mat or a little smaller one here. Write a note, so you can do that. But I think it looks really cute with these big photo mats in the back. Okay, and again, the size for these are 2 inches by 3 3/8. Okay, so we have that done. And then, like I said, oh, let me put one on the back just because I have this tape. So I'm going to put this one. And again, the one that matters the most is the one in the front. because you're going to decorate that as well. Okay, just here, since we have the tape, I don't want this sticking to anything else since I will be using it. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then when you open it, of course, it's going to open just like this one here. Okay, see here, and you see here where it's distressed. Okay, and the ribbon, same exact thing, just like this. Okay, and then you tie it here and you'll put it in your box. Okay, and now would just be to decorate. You see, I did this for the little book. Okay, this one here, I actually put a little dimension and I put the word here. So I'm just going to put a little example here because like I said, I'm going to do it later. I'm going to put it on my social media. I'll put it on Instagram. So make sure that you're following me, my magical corner, and Facebook as well. Oh, I love this one. Love that one. And this is, it's so funny because it has the scallop edge, but I actually cut this with a round cutter because I don't have a scalloped cutter, and it worked out perfect. Okay, so this came with that collection. Oh, I like this one even better. So I'll probably put this with a little bit of that dimensional tape so that I could, the little pop tape, put that there, and then maybe dream guy, or well, we're gonna see. You'll just have to wait to see. I just wanted to give you the tutorial on how to make this. Once again, it's so beautiful. Okay, it's so nice and clean and crisp. Everything fits so perfect with the dimensions I gave you, the measurements. The inside is decorated. I also, oh, I did forget to mention, I also did a strip in here, and the strip in here is 3/4 of an inch by the same thing, 11 and a quarter. Okay, so this is the only one that I didn't cut out for here, for, oh, excuse me, wrong one, for this one here. But let's see how it looks without it. You guys tell me. I think that you can, you know, you can get away with not putting anything there. It's just me, and of course you'll see that I'm going to add the little piece of paper there. It just gives it such a nice clean finish. Okay, and no, I don't add anything on the inside lip. That's asking for too much. But I do add here, but I think that it looks good without it. No one's going to say, oh my god, it's missing there. On the outside, yes. The outside, yes. I think that this looks so much better than if you just did the bottom and left the color on top. Okay, so again, here's the box. Okay, and here is the little album. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe. Please follow me, share, and again, please answer my question. What do you think would be a good occasion to gift one of these? I'm going to do one for, like I told you before, friendship. Okay, and you'll see it on my Instagram. So make sure that you're following me there. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.